All right, just finished up here at the Mississippi River in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Ended up this derby in 51st place, missed the day 3 cut by 4 ounces. I really liked fishing in this place, caught fish on a bunch of different rods. I'm gonna show you everything. This is the elite tools for this tournament, the last tournament of 2022 for me, the last Bassmaster Elite Series. That's right, fell short of the Classic, but we'll talk about that stuff later. We're just gonna talk about what I caught my fish on here. Both days we had some rain going on. First day we had some sunshine mixed in there. So the first day I ended up catching, I think I caught 1 fish on the Whopper Plopper. The first day I ended up catching some, I think I caught 2 or 3 on it the second day. But just the Plopper 110 bone color, Gamakatsu number 3 treble hooks on there. Had that on 60-pound Sunline X plasma braid. Had the 7.3 worm jig rod icon from Cashin. And I was using the Shimano Corrado DC. That was just the reel that I happened to have. I wanted a 7-to-1. That was just the one I happened to snag and rig up there. But then I ended up catching multiple other keepers. Some of those fish were starting to blow up on the smaller Vixen. Traded out the Gamakatsu hooks on there for the G Finesse Aaron Martin trebles on there. I believe they were the number 3s on there, but that's just a shad color. It's the smaller Vixen. It's kind of like the little spook. And I put a 50-pound Sunline X Plasma on there. Put a loop knot. You can see that well. Had a loop knot on there so that it could walk really, really well. And then I put that on 7-foot Cashin, medium heavy rod. This is well, the sun just came up through the trees and it's roasting on my face there a little bit, roasting right there. But I had on a old Shimano reel. This one's going to be retired or go back to the shop there. That thing's not doing too hot. Just gumming up on me a little bit. I'll get it fixed or something, or I'll just switch out to the Daiwa Tateulas that are tried and true and work for me. And so I caught some fish on that. Oh yeah, the day 2, my biggest fish came, day 1, my biggest fish came on a drop shot. The Missile Baits Magic Worm, green pumpkin money was the color. I've got that on a 2-aught Gamakatsu G Finesse worm hook there. That is the deal. That little G Finesse worm hook is tricked. That's the same hook I was using when I won it in Florida. I caught those drop shot fish with that same hook. And I had a 1/8 ounce rattle shot weight. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's rattling. I can hear it. And then I had that on 10-pound leader. It's a Sunline leader. It's called Mabaroshi. That's tough stuff right there. And then of course the Cashin Icon drop shot rod, 7.4. That is the deal for manhandling them. The Daiwa Ballistic 3000 reel, absolutely. That is the ticket there. I probably should have, we had mostly rain on day 2. I didn't throw the drop shot a lot, but on day 1, I caught my biggest fish on that drop shot. Brian Schmidt, who is fighting it out for the win today, he caught all of his fish on day 1 on that Magic Worm, all of his fish, and he was leading day 1. Had 17-10, I believe it was, 17-11, 17-10, something like that. And then on day 2, I started out with the frog. I changed areas. Started out with the frog. I caught him on the old-fashioned bronze eye 65. The water had a little color to it, and it was overcast. So I was using this color right here. It's just kind of your frog color. I think it's called Outback, but I'm not totally positive. Had that on 50-pound Sunline X Plasma braid, and I was making like bomb long casts across big mats. So I was using the Icon, Cash-In Icon frog rod 7.4, not the one in my signature line. I use that for target casting. This one I was using for making really, really long casts over big open water mats. That's what I was using, the duckweed, and I had some stargrass under it. It was not eelgrass, had stargrass under it. I think that was key as well. But I caught my biggest fish on day 2 on the frog. I was really, really trying. Had a couple other blow-ups on it. Never hooked up with any of those bigger ones that blew up on it on day 2, unfortunately. But then I was just trying to cover water and ended up, I caught a nice 2 1/4, something like that, on the top toed. Comes with that top toed hook. That's the deal you got to use. Put it on there. 50-pound Sunline X Plasma, and had that on the Icon. This is the ledge rod, the 7/8 ledge rod. It is a great toad rod. You can heave that toad a country mile, and then when they hit it way out there, man, you just kind of lean back into them, and the rod's got a ton of power to it, so you can really really get some meat on them. And I had that on that same high speed Shimano reel. Just kind of a weird deal. Usually I use nothing but Daiwa. Probably will kind of switch over to all Daiwa next year and cull out everything, make it all even again. But that was what I caught my fish on here at the Mississippi River. I fished exclusively in pool 8, and I just kind of bounced around the Goose Island area, Stoddard area, and some other areas kind of in between. Fished a little bit in the Black River. Caught one of my fish in the Black River. So that was how it went down. If I had it to do over again, I would have probably practiced a little bit more in Stoddard. I just feel like I scratched the surface there, but you know, hindsight's always 20/20. I fished a lot on the opposite side of the river from Stoddard. A lot of good water over there, and was not able to really zero in on them. I had one little area that was it was pretty good, but then the water from that river on the far side of the river, the water from over there, it got muddied up. We had a ton of rain the second day of practice, and it didn't take it, and it got till the tournament before it really got messed up. And I'm going to take you out here and show you what our backyard looks like, and how silly I am for not getting a little more focused on our backyard. This is what the river looks like, man. That's the Stoddard right there. Part of it. That's part of Stoddard. It is a beautiful, beautiful area. Tons of different types of grasses and duckweed, retaining walls to protect it. So anyway, that's what it looks like right there out here on the Mississippi River. Pool 8. I didn't go to pool 7. I didn't go to pool 9, but maybe next time I'll do something like that. But I appreciate everybody watching. This is the last Elite Tools. We have got more inside look. If you've not seen the inside look videos, please watch those. I think you'll find those very interesting. You're going to get to see all of my fish catches, how I used all that equipment I just described. You're going to get to see that here in the next couple weeks when we get those produced. Take a little time to get them edited, and then we'll put them up there for you and put them out there. So I appreciate everybody watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, drop it down there. We'd love to hear from you, and I'll just leave you with beautiful Mississippi River.